Hello, friends, YouTube, how's it going? So, Liverpool versus Chelsea, Carabao Cup Final 2024. This is going to be a little preview, some of my thoughts, some of my pre-match predictions, and some of my kind of overall opinions about kind of football right now. But really kind of specifically focusing on this great final tomorrow, Sunday the 25th of February 2024. Liverpool will be playing Chelsea in the Carabao Cup final, and as a massive Liverpool fan, of course, I'm delighted that we're in the final. It is a great opportunity to win the Carabao Cup and to win another trophy under what's been an incredible tenure of Jurgen Klopp. So, what do I want to say? Well, I think this is going to be a very, very interesting game. I think it's quite hard to predict right now because of the injuries that Liverpool have. Obviously, Szoboszlai, Salah, Nunez have kind of doubts. Trent, we know, is out. Jota is out. And Matip obviously is out. Thiago is out. So Chelsea have kind of come into a bit of form recently. They won a few games on the trot not so long ago. They got a great draw against City. So they're looking a bit more strong. They're looking like they can really kind of grab this opportunity, and as they should, of course. You know, it's Chelsea Football Club, regardless of how terrible they've been this season, in my opinion, regardless of the fact that they've wasted millions and billions of pounds on players, regardless of the fact that they've had a terrible last few years, but they've really not challenged for the title. They've really not done anything substantial worth apart from winning the Champions League in 2021. Credit where credit's due. This is a great opportunity for Chelsea to win a trophy, and of course, the Liverpool-Chelsea rivalry is actually a very underrated rivalry, in my opinion. You know, we had the series of Champions League games back in the 2000 to 2010 era, and obviously we met each other at Wembley several times. You know, they beat us in 2012 in the FA Cup. We beat them in 2022 in FA Cup and Carling Cup. There might have been something in between, I can't fully remember. But it's a great rivalry. It's a historic rivalry, and it's another meeting in a final. And you've got to give credit to both teams for getting into the final, because it is an achievement in itself, and that is where the big clubs should be. We've got to be doing well in domestic competitions. And, you know, as a Liverpool fan, I'm very pleased we're in this final. I think we thoroughly deserve it. We've had a great route to the final. We blew away West Ham in the quarterfinals. We were comfortable against Fulham in the semi-finals, and we did very well against Leicester and Bournemouth in the earlier rounds. So I'm very, very hopeful that we can put a good performance on show. I don't think this is going to be another 0-0. I feel like there might be some goals. I would hope that Salah and Nunez both play a big part. I would obviously start Salah if he's fit. I don't think Nunez necessarily has to start. I think we're going to go for Kelleher, Bradley, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson. And then we'll have a midfield of McAllister, Endo and Gravenberch. It's obviously not our first choice midfield. I feel like Szoboszlai probably won't be risked, but he'll probably be on the bench. You know, maybe a bit kind of hard luck on Harvey Elliott, but I think his bench performance has been incredible this season, and he's still very, very young, of course. And Gravenberch, you know, it's time for him to step up, of course. And the front line, I think, hopefully we see Salah, Gakpo, and Luis Diaz. But the Chelsea, I haven't really looked into too much in terms of Chelsea's fitness availabilities, but I reckon they'll start strong with Enzo, Caicedo, and Fernandes, and they'll probably play with something like Palmer, Nkunku if he's fit, and Sterling. This is a very big game for Pochettino. Historically, he's not done well with trophies in England, and this is his chance to kind of assert himself again in the English kind of managerial hierarchy, whatever you want to call it. It's bigger for Poch than it is for Klopp. But then again, you could argue it's bigger for Klopp than it is for Poch, because, you know, there's a certain legacy here, there's a certain standard that Liverpool have created under Klopp, and that we need to prove that with trophies, regardless of what we've done so far. We didn't do anything last season. We have to keep up the standards. We have to keep adding the numbers, the trophies, and the silverware, which really cements a strong legacy as one of the best managers. You know, it doesn't matter what kind of trophy it is, as long as it's one of the big four. I think it's still very important. With Pochettino, this Chelsea project, I don't think winning the Carabao Cup is going to make much difference. This is Chelsea Football Club. We're not talking about Tottenham. We're not talking about Everton. We're not talking about West Ham. We're not talking about Villa. You know, we're talking about Chelsea. Their fans are not going to be happy with just the Carabao Cup. Like, this is not the Chelsea way. So whether or not Poch wins it, it doesn't really matter. So I just think the way Liverpool kind of romanticise trophies is something that is kind of unique to us, but it just feels as though I genuinely have a feeling that the Carabao Cup and the success and the achievement of a specific trophy is different for different clubs, and the size of the competition tends to change every season depending on who's doing what. So I think it's maybe bigger for us than it is for Chelsea. However, maybe Chelsea need to reassess themselves because they're just on another planet of, oh, we need to win the Champions League, Premier League every season. This is never. They're always a disgruntled fan base. We respect every competition. I believe Liverpool has. As me as an independent Liverpool fan, I do respect every competition. So I haven't got left on my phone, so I'm going to add some more information here. But I think I'm going to give a prediction, and I'm going to go for 2-1 extra time Liverpool. I think it will be an evenly contested game, and I think both sides have a historic respect for each other. But I just feel it will go to extra time, and I think we can get that goal. I genuinely do. I think we have a lot of firepower off the bench. If Nunez comes on, if Elliot comes on, if Szoboszlai is fit, then I think that's really impressive. Obviously, Chelsea have a great squad as well. But I don't really fear them. I'm very happy with the news that Salah is back in contention. If he starts, then I'm very confident we should win. I think Endo and McAllister have proven to be a dynamic midfield, and I think our defence is pretty strong. We are better than Chelsea right now. We're top of the Premier League, so we're going to do this. We're going to beat them. We're going to win our first trophy in 2024. We're going to complete the quadruple. Come on, the boys! You'll never walk alone.